So welcome to today's episode. So all around us right now, Christmas trees are going up, everyone's starting to enter holiday mode, businesses are closing up, they're taking time off, people are starting to go on vacations, and everything's slowing down. And during this time of year, it's really easy to get caught up in that kind of mood, to just have the attitude of, well, if everyone else is gonna take time off and take it easy, then I'm gonna do the same. So you start going to less Christmas parties, you start working less hours. Perhaps you take the odd Friday off, the odd Monday off, and then of course the days around Christmas, around New Year's, you take those days off. And then before you know it, we've got New Year's Eve, and it's around the 2nd or 3rd of January, you start slowly getting back into work, and then you start thinking about, okay, what are we gonna do in 2021? That is the typical experience that most people go through. And what I'm gonna suggest to you in this episode is that you try and do something a little bit differently. Yes, you wanna take time off. Of course, we need to take time off. We need to recharge, especially after 2020. It's been a hell of a year for most people, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't go out and have fun and take some time to relax. But the big mistake a lot of people make is they take a full 2 or 3 weeks off where they really get nothing done, and they go into that new year having no plan, no direction, and by the time they figure out what they want to do for 2021, most of January is already over. And what I'm suggesting to you is that instead you use this time to start planning out the next year, and you get a big head start on everyone else. So how do you plan? The first thing you do is you come up with your big overriding target for 2021. When you get to the end of 2021, how has the year gone? What have you accomplished? What have you got done? And ideally, you want to pick some kind of goal that is measurable. So you've reached some specific level of output. You've got something done. So for example, let's say it's a fitness goal. By the end of 2021, where are you? What weight, what body fat percentage? What are your specific targets? You need to have this broad overriding goal. You then work backwards. You work out, okay, what do I need to accomplish on a month-by-month basis? What most people do wrong is they pick a goal for the end of January, this big ambitious goal, and 2 weeks into January, they're so far off that they give up and they don't even bother planning the rest of the year. So what you want to do is work in gradual monthly increments. You might have this really big ambitious target for the end of the year, but break it down so that each month you've got something that's achievable and that you can work towards. And then what you want to do is work out what do you need to be doing on a daily basis to reach those monthly targets. What I used to do is I'd do everything I just said. I'd have my yearly, my monthly, and my daily targets. I'd write it out on a sticky note, and I had all my key metrics, my numbers, and I would then put it on my desktop screen so that I couldn't avoid seeing it. I would see it every single day. I would know what my targets were for that month. And even if I didn't hit them, and sometimes I didn't, at least they were always in front of me. If you don't have your targets in front of you, you've got no chance of ever hitting them. So it needs to be written down, and it needs to be somewhere where you're gonna see it every single day. Now you can apply this for any area of your life. It could be your career, it could be your job, it could be anything. But use this time and gain an advantage over everyone else. You can really see this early in January, who's ready for the new year and who's not. And the masses, the general masses, you see them in the first week of January and they just don't know what's going on. They're still recovering from their hangovers and they don't really know what they want to accomplish for that year. But there's always a small percentage of the population who, that first week in January, they're up and running. I mean, they're in full-on mode and they're getting things done. And they have an enormous advantage over everyone else. And they start to gain momentum. And when you have that momentum, it builds. And that's how you have record years. That's how you'll get to the end of 2021 and have it be the best year of your life. Okay, so use this time to plan. That's it for today. Hope you get some value out of this. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video. I very much appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow.